day, this is who you are.
Yes, when they learned that the sakman was the fastest vessel in the first 18 centuries of, well, since we counted years, they turn out and have a sense of pride, and that like they're wearing the ranks of Chamorro on their shoulder, you know, I'm Chamorro. And when they see the canoe, they identify with it. And it's a strong bond, although many have not even touched the canoe. They've heard about the canoe, they come. They don't get involved with the canoe from the construction side, but its presence is enough to feel part of it.
And that's amazing. Now, Josh, unfortunately, you have to follow that.
Yeah,
There's big shoes to follow.
Hard to follow.
yeah, absolutely tough act to follow. But as far as the mechanics of the Micronesia Island Fair, you guys have like a full slate of activities, and also not one but two stages in two different locations this year.
That's correct, Jason. You know, Guam Micronesia Island Fair is turning 30 this year, so it starts next week from May 2nd to the 6th. Our hours are from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. with the exception of Friday and Saturday. It'll be from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's going to be down in our capital city of Agutnya at Paseo de Susana. Mario will be there. He has a booth that he'll be talking more about our history and with the Sakman Chamorro and his time and Indeed. All his knowledge. I think that, like right here, you feel his passion with that. And that's what we want to feel. We're welcoming back all the 8 different delegations to Guam, brothers and sisters from different parts of Micronesia. The 2 stages you mentioned, there's one stage that's dedicated to our live local musicians and entertainment, and another stage dedicated to cultural performances and our delegations too. So really there's a huge push for local music and regional music, as well as performances and just reconnecting with our brothers and sisters of Micronesia. And I think all of us coming together, celebrating the theme of We Are Micronesia will resonate really loudly next week. So we just want to invite everyone to come down and visit Mario's booth, visit our more than 30 vendors that we're going to be having there. There's going to be our Hafa Pledge Nenny's booth where the kids can come and interact and, you know, learn a little bit more about our culture too. And then also a wall garden and just so much more, a beer garden and just other activities. It's family friendly, it's free, and we just want everyone to come down and have a great time celebrating culture. Yeah,
because it's amazing because, Mario, I'd like your input on this, because all the Micronesia Island Fairs I've ever been to, like I said, everybody's kind of got like, you know, common threads that we all share, but then the manners of dress that we have, you know, the transportation, like what you're working on, the food, the music, the literature, and everything like that. Everybody wants to exhibit, you know, the parts of their culture, but I mean, by no means are we bragging about it, and there's no competition, and it's not snippy or anything like that. Everybody just says, hey, this is who we are. I would love to share our culture with you, and likewise, I would also love for you to tell me about your culture so that I can appreciate you.
You know, we have to brag a little bit about our culture because our ancestors fine-tuned the sakman, fine-tuned it to the point that embedded in the canoe are the operational instruction as well for the points of sale. Now, I will need to explain that in more detail at the festival, but in short terms, when you're sailing into the wind, the biggest question is how close can you get there? And that design of the sakman, available 275 years ago through the Anson drawing, details it in the very structure of the canoe. Embedded in the design of the canoe is that angle. And this year, we are going to focus, I'm going to focus more on the mathematics embedded in that canoe. And
I cannot wait to talk to you about that, 'cause I'm a trigonometry nerd. So.
Trigonometry, sine, the cosine, the tangent,
exactly,
and all that is embedded. Our ancestors did not know the actual theoretical definition of the tangent, but I tell you what, they knew the practical utility of that relationship of sides.
Well, we cannot wait to see that. Yeah, we're very, very excited to see that. We got to go to commercial break, unfortunately, but I will close with this, gentlemen. I do know there are many professional mariners, both in the military and, you know, seafaring people that say, just based on what they've learned of the sakman, they are incredibly impressed. These are people who use, you know, outboard motors, nuclear technology, you know, gas powered and everything like that, and they're like, wow, that is some amazing.
And that's part of our legacy.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys there.
Yes.
And we will see you after.